Te Akau Shark, first and foremost. We saw him in the George Rider last time out. How's he come through it?
He's come through it in good order. Obviously reported there today that we just applied a little bit of hoof filler to his off front foot. Basically just a little bit of nail polish just to cover up and keep everything safe. We just wanted to just float a heel out a little bit. So we've done that, and he worked nicely this morning on the course proper. 3 weeks between runs has been good, and he's been eating well, and Ashley and Dad have been pleased with him.
Okay, yeah, so no real concern with that. We're sort of seeing the reports out of Australia that there has been certainly, vets looking into him.
No, I don't think so. Obviously, we've got farriers and vets over there that have been taking good care of him. Hence why he's only lightly raced. He's not the soundest of horses on a good day, but he's been well looked after, and he hasn't got the best of feet either. So we've just got to just manage him as best as we can.
It sounds like tracks are drying out over there. That's going to suit him because it's still going to have a little bit of give in at Randwick this Saturday. What are you expecting of him?
I'm expecting him to run really well. He just had no luck in the George Rider. If you just put a little bit of a line through that, he was brilliant in the Chipping Norton, and if he brings that form to this race, he's going to be in the first 3 or 4. It's a high quality field. It's one of the main races of the championships, and we're certainly going to get a good line on the horse. But he's going well. He's shown that he can mix it with the very best, and we're looking forward to Saturday with him.
Yeah, rated New Zealand's best horse. So when did you sort of put this race on the radar for him?
It's probably been on the radar since the spring. We sort of worked backwards from this race to give him a 4-run campaign, the 3 runs in Sydney and the Group 1 at home that he won. So it's been in our thinking for a fair while that the Queen Elizabeth is going to be his grand final of his autumn preparation.
Okay, you also have Melody Belle in the same race, and Melody Belle, she's been really good in their last 2. She's been brave without getting the best of luck. How's she going into this one?
Yeah, she's in good shape as well. She's bounced through that tough run there on Saturday and in good order. Dad's been pleased with her. She went to the beach for a bit of a walk in the surf on Monday. But yeah, you've got to be pleased with her. She just had no luck at all on Doncaster, 4 deep, no cover, top weight. I thought very, very brave effort to finish 4th like she did. So incredibly proud of her.
Yeah, she's a winner of 10 Group 1s going to this race as a key form runner. How does she measure up, first of all, against Te Akau Shark, but against what is a really high-class lineup in this Queen Elizabeth?
Well, we've always said that Te Akau Shark could be the best that we've had, but he has yet to put it together like she has through a few sort of immaturity issues and bits and pieces like that. But you're just so honest, and she backed up well in the spring from the Empire Rose into the McKinnon, and we certainly think that she's going to give them a shake. She's got a nice barrier. She shouldn't have to spend any petrol. Kieran McAvoy was pleased with how she felt when he rode her in a little bit of quiet trick work this morning, and she's going to have to be at her very best, but she doesn't know when to lie down, and she's going to be there when the whips are cracking as well.
We've seen them both sort of draw kindly enough for them because you've had some shockers in Australia over your time. What do you do tactically with them both?
We won't be rushing Te Akau Shark too much early in the race. I don't think there's any need to risk him over racing like he did a little bit in the George Rider. We've just got to be a little bit neutral on him and find a spot with a bit of cover, put him to sleep. Melody Belle's probably a little bit the same. She's a proven miler, and her couple of runs at 2,000 metres, she has got up on the nickel a little bit. So from that good handy barrier, Kieran will just be able to put her to sleep where he wants her, and I'm sure that they're both going to be great chances. But it is a high quality field, and we've got no doubt about that, and got a lot of respect for the opposition from Japan and England and of course Australia as well.
Yeah, well, we're seeing down on Premium come with form around Armandai and Leicestershire, and we're seeing, a Dave come over and we're winning races. Not only that, we're seeing, the best of the Australians in good form as well, the likes of Very Elegant and company. It's a vintage race you're taking on, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's a wonderful field. But, take nothing away from these couple of Kiwis. Te Akau Shark, he's got form in the good Japanese mare and Leicestershire and the Cox Plate, and I think if Melody Belle had drawn a barrier and had a little bit of luck in the McKinnon, she could have beaten Magic Wand. So they've got the right form lines from the spring, and the way that they've been racing through their autumn campaign suggests that they can be competitive in a very good field like this. But as I say, we're taking nothing for granted, but we're just thrilled to have a couple of horses of this calibre, in the race.
Absolutely. And when you look at it in that way, it would make it all the more satisfying, I guess, from your point of view, being able to topple them, being a Kiwi trainer stuck back in little old MATAMATA, beating up the rest of the world.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't it be great? So we'll be tuned in and certainly roaring at the TV anyway.
Absolutely. Probabeel goes around in the Australian Oaks on Saturday. She's run a really good second in her lead-up run, looking as though the 2,400 metres will be up her alley. How is she leading into the Oaks?
Yeah, she's in good shape. She's really continued to train and eat well, and worked with Te Akau Shark on the course proper this morning, and Boyle reports it was pretty strong work. So I think she's where she needs to be. Obviously, she's been up a fair while. Only had a pretty short spring preparation, but has been in work right through the summer with the Karaka Million and then going to Australia. So this will be her last run, but this is sort of grand final day, and we have been pleased with how she's bounced out of the vinery.
Okay, between Opie Boston and Kieran McAvoy, they've done the riding on her this spring. What have they suggested to you about the 2,400 metres? A classic distance. How will she see it?
It shouldn't be a problem. She is by Savabeel, who's our champion stallion here in New Zealand, and she's out of a mare that was Group 3 placed over 2,000 metres in an Oaks lead up here in New Zealand. So her pedigree suggests that she can stay. The way that she races suggests that she can stay. She goes to sleep. Doesn't spend a penny in transit, and then can join in on a good tempo and quicken. So there's a few things to like about the way that she's prepared for this race. I think her runs in the far lap and in the vinery have been full of merit on soft tracks at Rosehill. I think back to Randwick is going to be a big plus for a big roomy track, and hopefully we can see Big Yellow out of it later in the week, and we can see these horses racing on better ground.
Absolutely. And she's such a dogged filly too, isn't she? She gives everything.
120% every time you take her to the races. And she's done us proud and Cambridge Stud proud with the way that she's flown the flag for both of us. So she's a very important filly, and safely through Saturday and into the spelling paddock, I'm sure she's going to be a force to be reckoned with in the spring as well.
I know we're talking a few days out from the race, but have you had a chance to size it up? And if so, who do you think is her main danger?
Well, look, Shout the Bar's obviously got to be hard to beat. She's beaten us in the vinery. And the filly of Godolphin that was so good in the Adrian Knox on Saturday have to be a couple of the leading chances. But there is other form lines there that I don't know a lot about. So you've got to have a lot of respect for your opposition, and they don't give these Group 1s away in Australia. So, look, she's in great form. She has been up a fair while. That would be the only thing I'd say to punters, but can't fault the way that she's been eating or training, and she's certainly a filly with a great constitution.
Jamie Richards, you're ranked among the top 10 trainers in the world at the moment. You've got 3 great chances on a big day of racing. Very best of luck. Thanks for giving us the time.
Thanks, Aidan.